Hey y'all, Myriacom here again, and it is my birthday, so I don't know how long of a recording I'm gonna do, but we'll see. I did, kind of half lose my voice a little bit yesterday. Uh, Yesterday was Saturday, so it was just an easier day to go do something with people to, like, celebrate my birthday, and basically just went and hung out with people at a place that was, unfortunately, quite loud. So I lost my voice a little bit due to trying to speak over the noise, at the place we were hanging out at, so I apologize if my voice sounds a little funky today. But yeah, still wanted to try and, do the consistency thing and get a recording up even though it's my birthday. I have nothing more important to do today. I already shoveled. We got a couple inches of snow last night, so wasn't gonna shovel that after getting back home from hanging out for my birthday, so I did that this morning, and got some other chores done. I still have to do some meal prep this evening, but there's time. So we'll worry about that later. I might have to do that this afternoon, actually, because my sister and brother-in-law want to take me out for dinner, so hurrah, or something. Oh, but I do want to do a recording, and I want to talk a little bit about something. I guess this is like sort of an existential kind of question or topic or whatever. It's not really a question. I don't know why I said the word question. Because the word question seems to go with existential in my mind. That's why I said it. Yeah, so existential topic, kind of. And it's because this is something that came up when I was chatting with a friend yesterday. I personally have, like, a very, very high standard for myself. And so I judge myself very harshly about a lot of things. However, I do not judge other people in the same way. So, like, just as an example, I judge myself very harshly for being in, like, not the best place in terms of, like, my career, where I want to be in life, what I want to be doing, that sort of thing. I judge myself very harshly for that because how do I word this? I consider it my fault that I am in this predicament. Because while some of it has to do with circumstances that happened to me throughout my life, like the way I was raised, the fact that I am from a lower middle class family, etc. Like, there are circumstances beyond my control that have brought me to where I'm at now. Despite those facts, I'm also here because I made mistakes. I made bad choices when I don't remember if I have, like, outlined what happened when I was in grad school. When I was working on a PhD in grad school, I was dating someone at the time, and I decided to take time off from school so that I could spend more time with her. And that was, like, great and all, whatever. Well, almost immediately after I had submitted the paperwork to take leave of absence from school, my girlfriend at the time broke up with me. And so what I should have done, if I had been smart, what I should say is if I had been wise, what I should have done is I should have said, well, my whole reason for taking a leave of absence is now gone, so I should pretend that never happened. I should talk to my advisor and say, never mind, can we throw away that leave of absence form or whatever, and then I just continue. That's what I should have done. And I should have finished my PhD. And I should have gone on with life like that. But I did not. Granted, I was, like, pretty depressed because I just got broken up with, all that fun stuff. But still, that's what I should have done, and I did not do that, and I wholly regret that at this point. Because it's definitely what I should have done. It would have been smarter, it would have been wiser to have done that, and then I would be in a better place right now. So I, really judge myself very harshly for because of, in terms of that, the fact that, I guess what I am trying to say is, while the universe may have been against me in a lot of ways, and, things in my life have worked against me, I've also worked against myself, so I'm not just, blaming circumstance that I don't love my life. I blame myself quite a bit. I acknowledge the fact that I made bad choices, and that's why I'm where I'm at. And I don't know if this is actually making sense or getting me to where I want to get to in this topic, but I don't, judge other people in the same way. There are other people in, my group of friends, other people I work with who also aren't where they want to be in life, but a lot of that just has to do with the circumstances of their lives. It doesn't have to do with them making poor choices like I have. And then there's also the fact that, I judge myself very harshly for that kind of stuff because I want to be able to, do more to help other people, and because I don't make a lot of money, and am not very charismatic, and all of these other things, there's not really a good way for me to do that, to help other people, in, a very impactful, meaningful way. I would really like to be able to help humanity at large. I would really like to be able to, make a difference that will last. Not for myself, and not, as I've mentioned before, I don't care about leaving a legacy, so it's not because I want, people to remember me in the future or anything like that, but because I want the world to be a better place for other people. I want the future to be good for future generations. That sort of thing. I would really love if things could be easier for the people who come after me. Life right now really, really sucks, and if I had a way to do it, I would love to make it so that no other generation would have to go through what we're going through right now. And I would love to find a way to make it so that people can have easier lives, generally speaking. That would be great. That would be a lot easier if I had a better paying job that didn't stress me the hell out so much. But I can't do that. I personally do not have a way to make that kind of change and make that kind of impact on people at large. So that sucks. And I blame myself for that very much. But I don't blame other people who have those same desires to make the world a better place and help people. Like, I don't blame them like I blame myself. I don't think that they are doing anything wrong by doing what they can. But I feel like me doing what I can is not nearly enough. Like, doing what I can right now is like going to protests if I can. Half the time my health doesn't allow it. Or the time doesn't allow it and I can't get out of work. And because I work at a state university, I literally cannot take off work to go do something political because that is not allowed because I am a state employee. So, it's just a whole fun thing. But I do try and go if I can. Other things I can do, share things on social media. That doesn't feel like nearly enough. But I don't have the money to make donations to causes. I don't have the money to be able to travel to, like, bigger protests or anything like that. Or whatever. I don't have the money or charisma to try and run for office. I mean, I have thought about trying to run for office, but there's the whole I'm a state employee thing, so I can't campaign during work hours. And then there's also, I'm just not good at that. I'm not good at networking. I am not very charismatic, in my opinion. And I don't have the money to do it. So, can't do it. If I was in a better position, if I worked a better job, I would be better situated to help people more. And I wish I could do that. That's basically where I'm at with that. However, I do not judge other people who are doing the same things as that I am currently doing. I don't judge them for not doing enough. I only judge myself for not doing enough. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if it does, because I was trying to explain that to my friend yesterday, and she was just like, but if you're saying you're not doing enough, then you're saying no one's doing enough. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it because it's me and because I know I should be able to do more. It just doesn't feel like enough. It does. I don't know how else to say it, but I feel like this has been very repetitive and I don't know if that is good. But hey, here we are. Just trying. I feel like there was more of what I wanted to say about this, but I suppose I could just ask a general question of does it seem fair that I judge myself very harshly for these things, but I'm not judging other people. Does that seem believable? Because that is how I feel about it. I just don't know if that actually comes across or is fair. Or if people would believe it. I mean, does it matter if people believe it? I don't know. But it's a whole thing. Yeah. And now I'm not sure how to end this, because I feel like I just rambled and didn't actually say a whole lot. And here I am trying to find a way to end this discussion about judging myself. I just have very high standards for myself, and I know I could be doing more if I had the resources to do more. And I unfortunately do not have those resources, and I struggle a lot with that, because I don't know. I just wish so much that I could be helping more people and doing more things. That is, like, realistically my entire goal in life is just to help wherever I can. And at this point, I do think I have made an impact on some people's lives. Like, I have friends, and I am pretty sure that my existence has helped them, or whatever. But I wish I could be helping more people. I wish I could be doing more. And on the one hand, I don't have a lot of opportunities to help other people, and that is like an external thing because I don't. Someone else would have to give me those opportunities. um, yeah, like I have tried making my own opportunities, and I have not been able to do that very successfully for a lot of reasons because I just don't have the resources again. And that is, again, my own fault. And that is the thing I am pointing out, is that I have screwed up in my life, and it's no one else's fault. But because I have screwed up, I kind of need help at this point to make something happen, to make make a difference. And I don't get those opportunities. I don't get that help. I'm not like, the only help I am asking for is opportunities to get myself into a better position so that I can help more people. But, life is not that kind these days, and you don't get those opportunities. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a thing. This feels like kind of a downer discussion. And I'm not trying to be like really depressing or anything like that. It just is sort of what's happening. But yeah. So how do you feel about this, dear listener? Are you do you have a similar outlook on your own life, on things in your life? Like, do you judge yourself harshly for making poor choices that have put you in a bad position? Or do you not think about it? Or do you blame the universe for being unfair? I mean, I think that's also fair in a lot of ways too, because some people are in positions, like, some people are where they are at because of the circumstances of their lives, and you can't do anything about that sometimes. So yeah, I just know that I have put myself in this bad position, and that is, I had, when I was younger and less wise, I had more opportunities to do more and get into a better position, and I messed that up. And I blame myself for that. But not everyone is in that position. Like, not everyone had opportunities. So I kind of feel like I squandered mine. But that is okay. Acknowledging where you're at in life is helpful, I think. Even if there's nothing you can really do about it. Yeah, sorry for this downer of a recording, but it doesn't, like, to me, it doesn't feel depressing exactly. It doesn't feel negative necessarily, because it is just the reality of what is happening and the reality of my situation. So it just feels like reality to me, and not necessarily like, oh, I'm being really pessimistic and negative. Because I'm not. I'm just being realistic. I'm just acknowledging what my life is and what is happening. So, I don't know. Argue with me about that if you want. Maybe you think I'm being pessimistic. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for listening if you did. I appreciate that. And let's hope February is better than January was. Whew, I think we're asking for a lot, but let's hope. This has been Myria Com, talking about the existentiality, I don't know if that's even really a word, of blaming myself for my situation in life. And I will try and chat at you again soon. Bye!